Hello. Hello everyone, welcome back again to our channel Coders Arcade. So this is again here in front of you Saurav. I'm coming up with the weekly live session in Java. Guys, in the last live session we had talked about strings in Java, and in the middle of the session we come up with lots of different kinds of questions like say on wrapper class, on uh, how the boxing and unboxing concepts occur. If you have not gone through that live session, guys, the video is already uploaded in our YouTube. Please go through it. And today this is the continuation of the same video or the same live session that we have taken in the last week. So it will be regarding strings only. We'll be looking at some important string methods. After that, we will be learning a very important concept in Java, that is mutable strings. Okay, the concept mutable strings comes from actually one very important concept in Java, that is immutability. Okay, that means, see, we should always try to learn something in a very simple manner. So in that case, immutability means what? Can't be changed. Just remember it like this. For the time being, just remember it like this. Can't be changed. Okay, so when we are creating a string variable or string object or string reference, whatever you want to say, string instance, string str is equal to, if I say Coders Arcade, okay, in that case, if I say str dot to uppercase, this will convert the whole string to uppercase. CODERSARCADE. Okay, this is all caps. But the problem is, it does not really modify the original string. str, if we print the original string, it will be the same string that we have here. The string that we have here, Coders Arcade, in the, what to say, this is the sentence case, right? That is actually why strings are called immutable. That means whatever operations you do to the string, it will actually create a copy of the string. Okay, it will create a copy of that particular string. It will really not modify the original string. So the original string, this is the original one, right? It will be intact. It will not be modified. So therefore comes the concept of mutability. How do you create mutable strings in Java? This is the thing that we will be learning today in our live session, and also we will be learning some more built-in functions, built-in methods of our string class. Okay, so let's get on with this. And before starting this live session, I just want to request all of you, as always, to please subscribe to our channel, because that is really what we want. I want as a trainer to get motivated, because guys, you have nothing to lose and we also have nothing to lose when you are learning something. Okay, but the main motivation that you guys derive from you guys is that when you subscribe to our channel and bring in more audience, because that is how we get motivated to create better content for you. Okay, so that is a humble request from my side. Please subscribe TJ, it will be very good for you. Okay, and I promise you, I will try to bring Java sessions every single day, at least for half an hour to 45 minutes. Okay, that will be my target. And let me check if there are any comments in the comment section right now. Okay, no. So let's do it. Let's get started with our session now. Fine, as I said, I will talk about some very important built-in methods in the string class in Java. Okay, so I already have a list of methods that we can see here. First, let us go to the length function. Okay, one by one, I have created a file so that I don't miss out on the concepts, and maybe, see, we cannot remember all the methods in one go. Gradually, when you keep on practicing them, you will get used to them. Okay, so let me go to them one by one. So the first one that we have is actually this. I'll take the main function and let's start with the first one. I'll maybe zoom it a little bit so that it is properly visible for you guys. Let's go to the first one. Okay, the length function. So I have a string str is equal to coder circuit. Now I want to find the length of the string. Guys, please remember, you might be knowing this, still I am telling you, the spaces or the white spaces in between or anywhere in the string will also be taken into consideration while you are actually calculating the length of a string. So in that case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 12 plus one space in the middle will give you 13 as the total length of the string. Okay. So in order to calculate that, what you guys can do is you can use the, let me store it into a variable just for my reference. Length is equal to, I will say str dot length. See, this function gives you the length of the entire string. So as I said, 6 plus 6 is 12 plus 1 empty space will give you 13 as the answer. So if I just print it, length, you should get 13 as the answer. Let me run this now. You can see here guys, this is 13. Makes sense? So that is how you can actually get the length of a string. And to be even particular, let me give a space in the beginning and in the end. So now what happens? 13 plus 14 plus 1, 15. This should be the length now. Okay, let me run this now. You can see here, as soon as we apply spaces here, the length varies. Okay, so even the white spaces in the string are counted for the total length of the string. Okay, this is a very important method that we will be using while we are solving some questions. Okay, so hope you have understood this, and let's now go to the second one. Okay, so for that, you can see here, this is the CharAt function, the second one. Okay, so suppose I want to print characters. So there is a very special function called CharAt, and this function actually takes the index in the parenthesis. So I'll just write it like this, index. Okay, so I will just say, let's try to print the character at the first index of the string, and for that what I will do is I will just remove the spaces. Now you can see C is the character as the first index. Guys, you have to understand this. Okay, so what I will do is I will take a simple diagram so that you guys can understand this. It's like an array only. See, as I told you earlier, a string is actually an array of characters, right? It is an array of string is actually an array of characters. Got it? Okay, so if I take str is equal to coder Sarkar, this means the string looks something like this. If I represent this using an array, COTERS space ARCADE. Okay, so if I want to represent this like this, it will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Fine. So it will be something like this right now. CODERS, the space ARCADE. Make sense? So these are actually similar to the array. These are the indices and these are the individual characters. That's why a string is actually called a array or collection of characters. See, in this case, empty spaces can be a character, or else you can have the special symbols also. You can have hashtag, you can have asterisk, you can have question mark. All the symbols that you have in your keyboard can be termed as a character. Fine. So, in this case, if I use the CharAt function, this CharAt function actually takes the index, as I told you. So, if I say str dot CharAt and say 0, this should give me the first character because it is there at the index 0. Okay. So, please remember the indices are actually from 0 to the length. Suppose the length is n minus 1. This thing you have to remember. Okay. The indices will be just like the array, the normal array that we have in Java. Okay. So, it is 0 to n minus 1. N is the length of the string. The length was 13, right? So, it will be 12. 13 minus 1 is 12. This is the value that we get here. Make sense? So, let us try to use the CharAt method now. So, I am just saying sout str dot CharAt. You can see here it takes the index. Okay. So, the first one I will say 0 and let me run this. You can see C will be printed here. If you see carefully, C was the first character at index 0, that is why C has been printed. Okay. Now, let us do one thing. Let us try to print A. So, in that case, what you can do is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have to count it like this. Okay. So, sout str dot CharAt index number 7. Correct. So, let us see if it is printing A or not. See here, it is printing A as the character at index number 7. Got it? Now, my question is, how do you print the character at the last index? The last index, that is E, this E, particular E. Or let me just do one thing, I will say channel, because there are lots of E's in our string. So, let us take channel so that we have some uniqueness in my code, and then the last character at the last index of this particular string is L. How do you print this? So, normally what people will do is they will count. I have seen many people do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 plus 6, 13, 14, 14 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 21. So, some people might write something like this, sout str dot CharAt 21, and I think okay, we counted from 1, right? So, let us take 20 as the value. Let us now run this and see what we are getting. You can see here, guys, L is the character as the last index. Sir, what is the timing for Java live sessions every day? I did not get the name. It is something new. Okay. Guys, if you really want Java live sessions every day, then as I told you earlier, we can bring them, but right now we are not getting lots of viewers. Yeah, XYZ has got the answer, and let me come back to what the audience is saying. They are saying that what is the timing for Java live session every day. Guys, you guys can tell me what time is feasible for you, but for us it will be very good if we can come with the live session at around say 5:30, 5 o'clock, that will be better, or else if you want it from 6:30, 7 o'clock, just let us know. Based on your comments, we will decide what time is a feasible time for you to enjoy the live Java sessions, because it will be a win-win situation for both of us, and we will be learning a lot. Okay, I promise you, we will never be misled or you will be never be misguided. You will be learning a lot of things that will be helping you in your interviews. Okay, so that's what I am saying. You guys have to tell me what time is the right time to come with the Java live sessions, and you guys have to motivate me to bring the live sessions, because I just see around 7-8 people constantly. Yeah, that is absolutely a good source of motivation for me, because at least one student is enough for me to teach my concepts. But at the same time, what I am saying is I need more people so that even I can enjoy the classes, because I need lots of doubts from new students. And let's do one thing, 6 to 7 around release. Yeah, sure, we can definitely plan that 6 to 7 live sessions. But at the same time, what I want to say is every day Ashank sir is also coming with his 6 to 7 live C++ sessions. So we have to plan that accordingly, and let me see, if I really get lots of viewers, I will definitely come up with the live Java sessions every single day. I promise you that. Okay. So right now, as XYZ has already told the answer, yeah, 6 to 7 around. Let's definitely come up with that. I will be very happy to do that for you. And I need people, guys. I need people. Okay. So XYZ says x str.length minus 1. Absolutely, that is very correct. So if you see here, this is the whole length. You can see that at the last index is always length minus 1, right? So in that case, it will be absolutely correct. So, but how do I write this? We write this something like this: CharAt str dot length minus 1. This is the actual structure, guys. Because there are lots of brackets, many people get confused in this, but try to understand this. It is actually like this only. str.charAt, here we need what? We need a number, right? We need a particular index. So in that case, str.length minus 1 will give us 12 or 21, whatever the number is. In that case, we will get the answer. Okay. Let me run this. You can see we are getting L as the answer. Okay, makes sense. Now this is the second method that I wanted to talk about. Now let's go to the third one. Okay, guys, today's session will be a bit longer. The duration will be a little bit longer, so you have to bear with it, because I am coming up with lots of interesting concepts today. Okay, because I felt the response from the last live session was really good. I felt the session was really interactive, so that has motivated me to bring up a larger duration session, and I hope everyone will like the session today. So please bring up more people if they are really interested in learning Java, and let's get on with it. Okay, so the third method that I am talking about is, let's go here and see. CharAt we have seen. Now we have the substring, sub substring. Okay, so let's try to see this. This is the function. So I'll say sout str dot substring. Guys, you can see here, this is a very good feature of this IDE, IntelliJ, or any other IDE. What is the full form of IDE? Integrated Development Environment. What they do is they give you lots of suggestions. So you can see here, this method can take different kind of arguments. The first thing that you see here is, it takes the begin index. Okay, if I take only one, it will give you the begin index. Let me say 5 here, and let us try to run this and see what we get here. See, what do you mean by this? When I only give one index in the substring method, it starts from that particular index. Okay, so if I go back here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see S is actually the 5th index. The string, the substring printed is starting from here and going to the last of the string, right? So that is what we can do. Otherwise, if you are giving two things, say if I am giving say 3, 7, let's see what we get now. Let me run this now and see. Can you see here? We get ERS. Remember, I had given 3, 7. Let's verify what is happening here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 3 is E, ERS. Okay. So what did you understand by this? When I wrote 3, 7, 3 is this one and 7 is this one. So it starts, the begin index is that particular index 3, but the end index that we have taken here is not 7. So it is end minus 1 actually. Got it? That is what is happening here. This is the real difference here. So when you use the substring function, let me just put it a little bit on top so that I can have a proper view. So when we have the substring function, I just want to show you this. If I take only one parameter or argument, in that case it is begin index. But if you take the substring function, and here if you take two parameters, then one will be the begin index and the other one will be the end minus 1 index. So this is the difference, okay, that you have to remember. Clear? So that is how this thing is happening. I am taking this example. In that one we have written channel also extra, so don't have to bother about it. Based on the string that you are taking, the input will vary. Okay, so that is the case. Fine. So right now I don't see any comments, so I hope everything is clear now. Fine. So let's go to the next. Yeah guys, you can see here the next method is equals. Let's try to take this now. I will not cover all the functions, guys. If we take all the functions in strings, it can take the whole day. So everything we can learn gradually with practice. Okay. So I will take up some important functions that we really need in our day-to-day life while writing Java code. Fine. And rest of all, if you guys want any notes from us, please let me know. I will share a Google Drive link of the Java notes that we have prepared till now, and definitely it will help you a lot in your learnings. Fine. So let's do one thing. Let's go to the next one and see the next function. The next function is equals. Okay, equals. So I can say str dot equals. Always when you are trying to use a method, see the structure of that method. What does it take? It takes an object, okay, and what is the return type? The return type is Boolean. So I am using equals and say I am writing, let me just remove channel from here and write Coder Circuit and copy this entire thing and paste it here. Okay, and then I will say bool status is equal to dot equals Coder Circuit. So do you think this is equal to this? Obviously this is equal to this. Let's see what it says. Let me just print my status. It says always true. Obviously it is true. So you can see how the equal compares to each other. And there is one more very important method that we always use is the equals ignore case. Okay. So let's say Boolean. Let me take it as status 1. Status 2 is equal to str dot equals ignore case, and let me take CODERS AR arcade in small caps. See, what I have done is, in this one, this is not case sensitive. Whatever cases you have, that will be ignored and it will just compare the characters. Okay, so coders arcade. So let's see what we are getting this time. Say status 2. So this should also be true, right? See here, this is also returning true as the output. Yeah, I think Ritesh says, please share the notes, sir. It will be very useful. Sure, Ritesh, we'll look about that. We'll think about that, and we'll be planning the notes in such a way that it will be shared in a Google Drive link so that everyone has access to it and everyone can view it and download it. Okay. So thank you for the suggestion, and we'll do that. XYZ, definitely we'll do that. And that's why I said we need more motivation, because our motivation is gaining subscribers and at the same time gaining more audience. Correct. And that is how we need to know that really our videos are helping people or not. That is the only way we understand that, yeah, people are watching us and we are doing a good thing, good job. But for you, your motivation should be, is sir teaching something good in the class? Is it really helpful for us? Are we learning something? That is a win-win situation for both of us. If I feel that my teaching is good for you people, and if you feel that sir is really helping us to get ahead in our future, in our career, so obviously it will be very good for both of us to know this. Okay, if you have any suggestions, you can freely comment those in the comment section. I'll be very happy to listen to them, analyze them, and try to rectify the mistakes that we have in our live sessions or whatever. And we should make it better so that more people come and get help from this kind of sessions. Okay, so now we have discussed a lot of methods. Let's go to the next method. Now I will do one thing. I will just clean up the code a little bit. I'll comment all of this. Okay, we have learned a lot of methods right now. The next method that I'm going to show you is a little bit tricky, but it is very interesting also. Fine. So say suppose I have a string called jumbled is equal to, just try to understand this. Okay, let's take one example for anyone who is there in the live chat. So let's take Ritesh for an example. I will just write like this. Okay, Ritesh, if you don't mind, can you just tell me the college from where you were actually watching this live video? Ritesh, I am writing 1, then I am writing is, I am writing 1, 1, student 1 of, I am saying, let me check if I get any response from Ritesh. Yeah, JSS College. Thank you, Ritesh. Bangalore. Even I am from Bangalore, Ritesh. Ritesh is a student of number 1, JSS. Again, number 1, college. See? And let me add Ritesh to my dictionary so that, fine. So now you can see, guys, I have written the string in such a way that it looks jumbled. Ritesh 1 is 1, a 1, student 1 of 1, JSS 1, college. Got it? Everywhere after a word I have given a 1. Got it? Now I want all of you to convert this into an array of strings where each element of the array will be Ritesh. Ritesh will be the first element. Is will be the second element, A will be the third element, student will be the fourth element, and so on. Got it? How will you do this? Can anyone tell me? I am waiting for any answer in the comment section. How do you convert this jumble string into a particular array of strings? So I am just taking like this string, say words is equal to, and mind you it is an array, so we will have to use a square bracket. What method in strings of Java can we use to break down this particular jumble string into a particular array of strings where all the words from here will be converted to single elements of that particular array? I'm waiting. And this 1 should not be there. Come on. So, okay, let's look at the timer and I'll give you 30 more seconds. Your time starts now. Ritesh says we can use ignore case as 1. But, so you were saying that we'll use jumbled dot. How do you use this? Equals ignore case. This takes a string. So, in that case, what is the return type of this string? This actually returns a boolean, but it will not be able to convert that into an array, right? So, the best function or the best method to use, has anyone given any answer here? No, I did not get any answer. So, I thought you should be able to answer this, but let me give you the answer. The answer is split. Okay, the answer is split. I will say jumble dot split. See here, it takes a regular expression. Fine, I am taking split. Which is our target character? The target character is this 1. Correct. I am just giving in a string 1 like this. Got it? So, this entire string will be split wherever 1 is found, and all those will be cut together into single words. Now, so we have to verify if this has worked or not, right? So, we know about the for each loop. So, I will take the syntax like this: for string word inside words, I will just say s out word. Okay, let me just do one thing. Let me remove the ln so that everything is in the same line, and I will just concatenate a space here plus space. Now, the output should be Ritesh is a student of JSS college. Let's run this and see if this is working or not. See guys, got it? All the ones that we had have been replaced, and the string has been actually split according to this. Got it? So, this is a very important method that we use, because sometimes what happens, they will give you a string with spaces. So, you can split according to space also. Remove this one and give a space. Say suppose instead of 1 you have space in between the words, then you can easily use the split method with a space. Whatever target character you have, the method will split the string according to that target character. Got it? And one more thing that we want to discuss right now is about one more concept. Okay guys, for CS, IS students, those who are in IT students, please remember the syntax. Okay, they will be asking you all the syntaxes in the placement grades. What is the syntax of the for each loop? What is the syntax of the split function? What are the parameters that we have to pass in the split function? Those kind of things that they can ask. Okay, so what I am suggesting is, at least you guys can use ChatGPT also. Don't bother about that. Just take up some proper notes and just write down the methods, the main at least 10-15 methods that we use in every class. Okay, that you have to remember, because otherwise what happens, all of a sudden if that comes up in the interview, you will not be able to answer that. Okay, so in that case what I am saying is, step by step every day you write down 5 methods and keep on practicing them. It will be a very good feature for you guys, and it will help you a lot in the future. Okay, now let's talk about one more important method, and then we will go to mutable strings concepts. Okay, so how to remove beginning and trailing white spaces. Say suppose I have a string, say data is equal to I am saying, say suppose my name only, Saurav Sarkar, and space. You can see guys, I have lots of space in beginning and the end of the string. Now I want you guys to tell me a method in Java that will actually remove the beginning and the trailing white spaces from this particular string. Who can tell me the answer? Yeah, very good. XYZ has already told the answer. The answer is trim actually. Very good, XYZ. So I'll just say S out data dot trim. This method actually trims the beginning and the trailing white spaces. Mind you guys, the any spaces in between the string will not be eliminated. Only the beginning and the trailing white spaces will be removed. Okay. So now let's do one thing. Let's print both of them. Okay. So I'll say S out data and then data dot trim. Let's run this now and let's see the difference. So you can see here in this one, if you see carefully, this is the original string, and after trimming you can see here, if I select this as a whole, this is actually the trimmed string. Okay, that is how it works. Got it? So this is about the built-in methods that we have in strings. There are lots of other built-in methods also that we can discuss about. And now let's do one thing. Let's go to mutable strings. That's a very important concept in Java. Okay, so I'll create a new class called mutable strings. Fine. So as I told you earlier in my session, when we create a string, something like this, say string str is equal to say Java, and then after that if I say str dot to uppercase and s out, let me print this. Okay, what I am doing is I am printing the uppercase of the string. We are doing an operation with this string only, but after that if I just say print the original string, original original string plus our str only, this will not really have any effect on that particular string. Okay, see this, we have done an operation which has converted this to an uppercase, but now the original string is intact, it does not change. That's why strings in Java are called immutable. Okay, they are immutable. Therefore the question arises, the interviewer will definitely ask you this question: how do you create mutable strings in Java? Who can answer this? Because as I told, strings in Java are immutable because any operation done with the original string does not affect the original string. It just creates a copy of that particular string. Okay, so in that case, how do you create mutable strings in Java? Who can answer this? Yeah, Ritesh said string builder. Very good answer. See, for that, if we want to create mutable strings in Java, we have two classes in Java, two very special classes in Java. One is string builder and the other one is string what? String builder is not the only class. Yeah, XYZ says string builder and string buffer. These are the two special classes which help you to create or generate mutable strings in Java. But do you really know what is the difference between them? If I show you a code now, you will be like really shocked that these two classes are actually working the same way. Then what is the real difference between them? Okay, they both belong to the same package. Okay, java.lang dot string buffer and string build. They belong to the same package. Now, interviewer will definitely ask you this. The first question you have answered. These are mutable string classes in Java. Which is more efficient? Can anyone tell me? And they will tell you. See, companies like, I will tell you, Oracle. Oracle obviously is the parent company of Java, because you might remember Java was built in the lab Sun Microsystems, right? Sun Microsystems. After that, now it is owned by Oracle. So Oracle company, when you comes for drives in colleges, they ask this special question most of the times. Which one is more efficient and why? Give a practical example to show this. So let's do this. Okay, try to understand this. What I will do is, fine. Rather than writing mutable strings, I will first take the, I'll rename this and make it a string buffer. Okay, string buffer. Example. Fine. So here, let me just do one thing so that you guys can understand this properly. What I will do is, I will not go to the main method. I will show you some important methods in the string buffer and the string builder class. Okay, so that we can really understand the use of those methods also. So I will take up some 3 or 4 methods. Okay, so public void string say append. See, I have a method called string append. So what I will do, I will create the string buffer object. Guys, we are not into object oriented programming, but for the time being, just let's do one thing. We'll try to just understand the concept, then when we are learning OOPS, it will be even more clear. But for the time being, I am just creating the variable. Okay, don't have to worry about object or something. For the time being, just understand this. So string buffer SBF or string buffer is equal to new string buffer. Inside the constructor of that particular class, what I will do is, I will write say coders. Okay, coders. And then what I will do is, I will print the original string. Sout original string plus string buffer. Got it? Now this string buffer class has a built-in method called append that I will be using now. So string buffer dot append. Let me append here. We have coders. Let's write the full name of our channel, arcade. Okay. Now let's print the new string plus string buffer. Got it? I have a method where I have the original string printed. After that, I am using the append function and then I am appending arcade. Then I am trying to print the new string. Okay. Similarly, let's create 2 more functions here. Public void string insert. I am writing the functions like this because I know that there are built-in functions called append, insert, and there are many more, reverse. So I will be using that one also. So here what I do, I will copy up this thing only. Let me copy this particular whole thing because I don't want to waste time. So this is my string and let me just write like this. Okay, insert, right? So JA. Okay, my string is this original string I am printing. After that, I will be using insert function. Okay, whenever you are using the insert function, you can see here it is asking for the offset. Offset means the particular index. And after that, what I am doing, I am writing AV and offset I am giving 1. See, try to understand this. Let me go here and try to do this. So I have JA, this is 0, this is 1. At index number 1, I want to insert AV. So what will be the particular output after this? It will be Java. Correct, got it? So that is my target. So this offset is the particular index and I am trying to insert AV. So I want my final output to be Java. Got it? Now let's do one thing. Fine. So let me write this here. This line will print JA and this line should print Java. And this obviously should print coders. So let me write down the outputs here. And this line should print coder circuit. Okay. So we have used two built-in methods of the string buffer class, the append method and the insert method. Let's go to the third method now. I'll say public void string reverse. Let me copy up the whole thing. Copy, paste. So I'll just write something in a reverse way. Say I'm writing, what to say, Ashank, AS ulta. I'm writing it in a reverse way. HANK. Okay. So this does not look good, right? So, but I hope you guys can understand this. What I'm trying to reverse it afterwards. Okay. So this is ASHANK in reverse. After that, when I really do the reverse function, when I really use the reverse function, it should print it in the proper direction. This is my target. Okay, I am written like this, I am trying to print it like this. Make sense? So now we have three functions or methods in our class which are public and which are void, no return type. Now I will just create an object so that I can call these three functions. Okay. Inside the main, what I will do is nothing. I will create the object of this class, say string buffer example. This is my object. Class name object is equal to new class name. Got it? And now using this particular object, I can call all the three methods of the class. The first method is string append. The second method is string insert, the third method is string reverse. Let's call them. So I am saying string buffer example dot string append, okay, then again string buffer example dot string insert, and the last one string buffer example dot string reverse. Got it? So let's see if we are getting the expected output or not. I'll run this now and let's see what we get. Yeah guys, you can see here. That is how we have successfully mutated the string. See, coders becomes coders arcade, JA becomes Java. Original string is like this, and you can see when we reversed it, it is Ashank. Got it? I have given you many most important methods that we use from the string buffer class, which are the append function, this thing is the insert function, and this thing is the reverse function. There are lots of other functions that we can use, but these three are very popular. Now the thing is that, see, as I had talked about that question, which one is more efficient, buffer or builder? I will come to that now. Now just see this. I will not do anything. I will just copy paste the same thing. Okay. I will copy this class, right click and copy. I will paste this in my same package, paste, and I will just change the name. Okay, string builder example. String builder example. So I will just say enter. Now we saw that the builder behaves in such a way that the strings are mutated. Let's see if the buffer can do the same thing or not. So I am saying in a reverse direction. Let me say it again. We saw that the string buffer has some properties which can create mutable strings. Let's see if the string builder can do the same or not. So what I will do, I will just change this to builder. Okay. string builder, and I'll copy this, copy and just paste it here. So what I'm doing, I'm just changing the class name, okay, here, everywhere, whatever I did earlier. And here also let me paste this and paste this. Fine. So guys, let me write both of them side by side, okay. What I will do, this is the buffer one, this is the builder one. I'll just split them right so that you can view that in reality. If you can see this is string buffer, same operations, got it? Now this is the string builder, same operations. I had run that earlier. Now let me run this and see what we get. Is there any change? There is literally no change. That is why people get even more confused. When do I use buffer? When do I use builder? How do you understand that? So let's do one thing. Now let's talk about the practical time complexity. That will be a very good way to resolve this. Once and for all, you will understand when to use which one. Okay. So interviewer can ask you, this is a premium question in HackerRank and LeetCode that you can see if you have a premium membership. How do you calculate the practical time complexity taken by a source code? With this we will prove the efficiency of buffer and builder. Okay. So we will calculate or see the performance. Okay. Fine. So what I am saying is, can anyone tell me how do you calculate the time complexity? Guys, this is not O of n, O of log n, not all those. This is not this is not O of log n, nothing like this. Practically, how much time? By looking at the code, your manager might come one day and tell you, these are two applications, which one is taking more time? How do you verify this? You have some source code written here, How do you actually check how much time is taken by that? Because based on that, you have to do some modifications in the code so that it becomes more efficient. Got it? How do you do it? Can anyone tell me? Okay, let me make it more clear. Which class in Java is helpful to give you the current time? Can anyone tell me the answer? XYZ, Ritesh, anybody who is listening, can you give me the answer? Which class in Java is helpful to give you the current time of your system in milliseconds? I am waiting for the answer. That's a very important question, and you will not get this kind of questions in 3.5 5 LPA packages. This kind of questions will be minimum 8 LPA packages, I am telling you. Which class in Java helps you to read the current time of your system or computer in milliseconds? Who can tell me the answer? Okay, we will take a pause of around 10-20 seconds. Okay, you have to think of the answer. I'll come back. Done? Okay. So, did you guys figure out the answer? I am asking you again, which class in Java helps you to calculate or verify the time of your computer in milliseconds. You guys always use that class when you are using writing Java code. हमेशा use करते हो. You will use that every day when you are writing Java code. This is the name of the class. The system class. The system class has a built-in method called current time milliseconds, which gives you the current time of the system in milliseconds. So what I will do is, I will do one thing, very simple thing. We will try to analyze the code in some such way. Okay, let's discuss about this in a better way. Okay, I have the string builder buffer and I have the string builder. Think like this. I will append a string here as well, multiple number of times, say 100 times or say 1000 times, and I will calculate the time here and I will calculate the time here, and practically we will see which one is better. Obviously, how do you calculate the efficiency of a person or something? The person who can do the same task in less time is more efficient. Do we agree on this? Suppose the string buffer takes less time, it is better. If the string builder takes less time, it is better, obviously. So let's try to do that. I will append a string to both of them and calculate the time and verify this. That will be the practical efficiency of both of them. Okay, let's do this. So here, let's create a new Java class called buffer builder performance. So just a moment guys, just a moment. I just want to check if there are any comments or not. Fine. So right now there are no comments. Guys, if you have any silly doubt also, make sure you are asking them. Okay, because for you only I am coming for a longer duration of time today. So as I said, let's today calculate once and for all which one is better. Builder अच्छा है, buffer अच्छा है. Once and for all, this will be clear for you. Okay, so I am taking the main function and then I am writing string builder, or let's take buffer at first. SBF is equal to new string buffer, I will say Java, and then let's take the same thing for builder. SBL is equal to new string builder. Here also no partiality, both should be the same data. Okay, now what I will do is I will take a for loop, int I is equal to 1, I less than 100, I plus plus, sbf dot append. I am appending say language. Okay, same thing I will do here also. For I equal to 1, I less than 100, I plus plus, sbl dot append, same thing, space language. Got it? So now I am appending 100 times or say 99 times a particular string into this particular string. Got it? Now as I said, let's take the start time. So millisecond will be a long data type, so I am taking the long data type. I am saying start time is equal to, as I said, system. System is a very important class. It is actually connected to your OS. System dot current time milliseconds. Okay, now I got the start time. So afterwards what I will do, after this execution is done here, I will calculate the end time, start time minus end time, like this you can calculate. So I will see S out, I will just write buffer time because this is buffer, right? Buffer time plus system dot current time milliseconds. Try to understand what I am doing, minus our start time. Did you get this? This was the start time. Say suppose this is 0, starting from 0, and this is say the current time right now, which is 10. So 10 minus 0 will be 10. You understood this? So here I will just append plus millisecond like this, ms. Okay, this is the code. I hope this is visible to everyone. This is the start time and this is the elapsed time. Say after that, from say 0 or 2 or 3 or 4 something, whatever it is, after that it is going to 7 or 8 or 9 or 10. So 10 minus 2 becomes that particular number, and I am appending that. Fine. So here after this also I will just copy this particular line, copy and paste this here, and this will be the builder time, right? ILDER, builder time. But do you think there is a partiality here? There is something wrong in this code. It will not give you the proper output, because this is the start time, this is the end time. Now I have to again reset the counter for this, right? For the second one, otherwise it will be like the same start time will be taking long here, right? It will be partiality. So what I will do, here I will update the start time again. So start time is equal to, let's take the current time again, system dot current time milliseconds. Make sense? So 0 to some final, again 0 to some final, or 0 or some particular time. So I am taking something like this. Well, let's write it like this so that you can understand this. I am saying 5 to 10 is one time, and then say 12 to 19 is one time, something like this. So this is start, this is end, this is again one more start, and this is one more time. So this needs to be reset. That is what I am doing right now. Fine. Now let's try to calculate the answer and see how much we are getting. Run this. Let's see the time taken. Both are 0 milliseconds only. Okay. Let's try to increase the number of iterations and see what happens. This is 100, I will make it 1000, and here also I will make it 1000. Run this now. 0 milliseconds only. Let's increase it even more. 10,000. 10,000. I will not tell you the answer. By looking at the code, you have to tell me the answer, which is more efficient. Right click and run. Now it is 10,000. Any difference? Not as of now, right? So let's do one thing. Let's increase it even more. I am saying 1 lakh. Here also I am saying 1 lakh. Let's run this now. Guys, you can see the magic now. Did you find any difference now? Check and tell me. Buffer takes 5 milliseconds. Builder takes 2 milliseconds. Which one is better? I don't need an answer, I guess. You know the answer. Which one is more efficient now? Buffer or builder? Very good. Ritesh says builder. Because obviously it takes less time. Now let's do one more thing. Let's increase the time by even some more duration. Now I am taking one more 0 and here one more 0. Now let's see the output. Right click and run this. See the difference, guys. Buffer takes 31 milliseconds, builder takes 14 milliseconds. So the larger the duration, the larger the manipulations going on, builder becomes more and more efficient. Okay, and therefore you should remember one thing, that for smaller calculations or smaller string mutations, you should always use the buffer. It is more efficient. But as you go on increasing the modifications, the manipulations, builder is more and more efficient because it takes lesser time. Hope you have learnt a new concept today. Okay. So this kind of questions are really asked in placement drives when they really recruit good strong knowledge Java developers. Okay, because these kind of things will not be taught in your BTU syllabus. I am guaranteeing this thing. This kind of things will not be there. They will be just giving you an overview of what is string buffer, what is string builder, and they will eliminate the courses. They will just say, "इसके बाद खुद पढ़ लो." But if you want to learn more and more concepts like this, you have to practice them on your own. That is how you learn things. Okay. So I hope you have learned something new today. Please tell me if you really learned something new, and hope this is a real good knowledge for you. Okay. So make sure you practice all of them, and my suggestion for you guys is that every day at least try to practice coding for at least half an hour. That will be a really good thing for you to do. Okay. And so I think XYZ, retrace and all, you have learned something really good today. And with that, let me do one more thing. We'll take up one more concept and then we can wind up for today. Okay. So what I will do is, I will just take a task. Okay. Say task 1 I am writing, and then what I will do is, there's any silly doubt, anything you have, you can tell me. Okay. So now we will create a method which will remove all the occurrences of a particular character from a string. Okay. So the question goes something like this: write a method in Java which can remove all occurrences of a character from a string. Fine. So for example, I have a string is equal to Java programming, and then I have been given a character called A. So your output should be JV like this. Got it? So let's create the main function first without wasting any time. Our main function will have something like this. See, string str is equal to, let me just take a static value right now, I don't want to take any input, JAVA programming. Okay. And character ch is equal to A. Okay. And then I will call a remove char function, remove all occurrences which will take a string str and it will take a character ch. And sorry, here I don't need to write the return type. And actually there should be a normal function call, right? My bad. It should be like this. And after that I will just say s out our this thing str. Or you can just do it in the function only, right? You can do that. So I'll say public void remove all occurrences, and it will take a string str and it will take a character ch. Okay guys, tell me the approach. How will you solve this? I need to remove all the occurrences of the character A from this particular string. How do I do it? Learned many things today. XYZ says thumbs up. Yeah, thumbs up XYZ. How do you do this? What will be the approach? You guys tell me. And after this, after learning this, we can wind up our class today. How do you remove all occurrences of a particular character from a particular string? We can simply do one thing. We can take a string called final str. Okay. And let me just initialize this to empty string like this, equal to an empty string. For the time being, nothing is there. And I will take int len is equal to our string dot length, because I need to traverse, correct. So what I will do is, for int I is equal to 0, I less than length I plus plus, I just need to check if this if any character is not equal to a, I will append it here. If it is equal to, I will ignore that. Okay. So I'll just say if str dot CharAt index. So I'll take I is equal to, or let me say not equal to a. Got it? Then what I can do? I can just concatenate this character into this final star. I'll say final str plus is equal to str dot CharAt, sorry, concat CharAt I. Got it? What I am doing is, if that particular character which we are checking, say for in this case j is not equal to a, so I am appending j into the final string. So ultimately at the end of this iteration or this particular loop, when this loop ends, it will have all the characters except for a. Okay, that is what my target is. Okay, now we can see that we still have an error here. So the reason behind that is, it is not static because I am not creating any objects. Now the error is gone. Okay, so I am just appending this here. After this, let me just say s out our final str. So I hope there should be no problem in understanding this. What I am doing is, I am taking a empty string in the beginning, I am taking the length of the string which is equal to this particular length, and then I am traversing the entire length of the string, and I am checking if the character is not equal to a, I am just adding it to the final string. Okay, and then finally I am printing the final string. That's all I am doing. Got it? This should actually give you the output. The output is JV programmer. Let's run this now and see if this is working or not. See, it's JV programmer. So you can do it in many other ways. I found this one of the easiest ways. You can do this using string buffer and string builder. If you come up with any other good solutions, please ping them in the comment section. The comment section is for you people only. So I hope you have learned some really good stuff today. And guys, as I told you, if you want really important live Java sessions every day, I need some motivation, because I can stand and teach for 6 hours also, but I need people. Otherwise, whom will I be talking to? In my class, I need people to talk to. Right now, if you see here, I have XYZ, I have lots of other people who are actually watching this video live. So I need people who are actually doing this. Otherwise, you can go on with normal recording, we can upload them and people will see them. But if you really want interaction live one-on-one, then it is really helpful for us to know that people are really watching us. So make sure you like and share our videos with your friends and family and those who are really interested in learning Java. Okay, and stay tuned for the next live session, and we will think about bringing Java live every day. Thanks for all your suggestions, and really thank you all for the support. Okay, so I will just say goodbye for this session, and it was really nice having you guys together. Till the next time, this is Saurav signing off.